former #2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, it's Zach Wilson.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win, like a good pitcher, without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
Now Hall to start the drive. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. The numbers for Hall in last week's ball game.
There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay.
They were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
I just considered myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, the head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to look at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Well, now they'll try the end around. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The Jets at 3-7 now in the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying a little razzle-dazzle on 3rd and short. And he is going to have a Jets first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
Well, partner, if we had their entire playbook in front of us, I'm not sure we would have picked out that play as the one to run in that situation. How about the guts of the offensive coordinator? Dialing that one up into great success.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Bucs 32-yard line.
To throw is Wilson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Down the right end, touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former #3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
He threw for nearly 350 yards. His team won, and one word just kept coming to mind as I watched him during the game: surgical. Absolutely surgical. That's why he won NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, very precise. The throws, maybe as accurate as he's been in some time.
Yeah, I think he feels pretty locked in here, and I think he feels like he can get it done again in this one, too.
The rushing numbers for Stevenson from last week. 10 carries, 78 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, obviously, he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think the short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Drake London. Room to maneuver at the 35. East to the 15. Touchdown! Drake London. 72 yards. And the Bucs are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
Zane Gonzalez.
Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive.
They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well are the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game. Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him. And I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Second and a couple. On second down, a run with Hall. A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now it's Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
The pickup of 3 brings up 2nd and 7 at the 31-yard line.
From the gun, it's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guy?
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets have taken the lead.
Did you see how the linebackers froze for just a second? That's why you run play action. You want to keep them rooted in the spot and create a little bit of extra space so your tight end can find some room behind him. And then the quarterback finds his target downfield, and he turns it into 6 points.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They are riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, Give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. This defense for the Jets, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a third down coming up. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing his Lance on third down. That one deep for London. That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 57 yards.
He's already got one touchdown this first half already. That very nearly was a second. Defensively, they're going to have to figure something out because he's been able to outrun the defenders early and often so far.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They overloaded that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a third and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from drawing level. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone and tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here come the Jets and Zach Wilson for their next possession. He's got 2 touchdown passes on his first 2 drives, and he'll try again here on drive 3. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception. Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching catching the ball when he has a chance. He's helping his team in a huge way.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up second down. A give, running right is Hall. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Reeves. No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game? Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Ready up. Now a 2nd and 6. Check pink. Yellow. Line.
Throwing now is Lance. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Good defensive call right there because they had so much shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Now Lance. And that is incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through the completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get him free.
And New York set to take the field.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Ready, go. To throw, it's Lance.
throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Lance going to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Lance to throw it. Quick throw, finding Mike Evans. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. And Lance now to throw. Look at Mike Evans' way again, and he's got another one. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
So we've reached halftime here on the Thanksgiving night as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this 3rd quarter. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Lance. He finds his target. It's Evans. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Man, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their leaders, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
There's 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, it's Stevenson. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On 2nd down, here's Lance. Looking for London on the out route complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 42. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
There's a nice move. Breaks the tackle now with Allen. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
First down, Buccaneers.
Lance now on first down. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 15-yard line.
Now 2nd and 3. Straight ahead at Stevenson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Lance on the bootleg. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down, it's Stevenson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ramondre Stevenson. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Well, you're right about that. It was a small, manageable spread to overcome. A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Wilson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Bucs are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Offense gets set to go, and there's Ramondre Stevenson. The Yeoman's effort on that last drive. 7 carries, got the touchdown as well. And the O-line probably got a little extra oxygen on the sideline in between.
And deservedly so, because they were also calling for him to continue to get the ball because there's a rhythm that gets established, right? When you're running it well and the back's getting the ball and he's in sync and reading blocks and the offensive line wants to continue to pound away. Haven't met an offensive lineman yet that likes to pass block more than he likes to run block. And that last drive, we saw the end result, didn't we?
Yep, and all were rewarded with a trip to pay dirt. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3.
Opposite, green, Smith, red.
On the handoff, Stevenson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
from the gun on third down. Lance working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. We are headed to the fourth here on Thanksgiving night. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the fourth.
Check white. Check pink.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Lance looking to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence.
Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Buccaneers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And New York set to take the field. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it with your
touchdown. Drake London with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
This is unbelievable.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory. But it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Oh, design run for their wideout. And he's got room. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back.
Ready, set.
They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive. 52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
Go!
Oh, and they set the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Here we go.
Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9.
Hut, hut.
They run once more with Stevenson. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Makes it 3rd and inches.
Let's go.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. A give for Stevenson, running right. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Green. Hut, hut.
Now a handoff, Stevenson. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Ready.
Now it's Stevenson. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it